This is crazy. I just met two people who watch my videos who go to this gym, Jack and Manish.
Hey.
And then you drove specifically here?
Yeah, I was on the way. I saw you come in and I called him. I was just like, we gotta get here right now. I'm down 3.2 pounds this week, and all I did was add an extra 30-minute cardio session, where now I'm doing cardio 6 times a week, and I'm at the gym every day. So by now we're on week 6, and you're able to see that some weeks you're up, some weeks you're down, some weeks you look the same, and then all of a sudden there's a jump. And this is normal. This is normal in anything that you do that has to do with numbers. But the change for this week, according to Shelby, is to have yet another cheat meal and keep everything else the same. He suggested that I have sushi, which I have no problem with. So right now the plan is I'm lifting 5 days a week and I'm doing cardio 6 times a week. On 4 days there's overlap. My current macros are 50 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fat for 6 meals a day, except for the last meal where there is no carbs. And on the days that I do high intensity interval cardio, then I only have 10 grams of carbs per meal. It's pretty simple, I think. One of the cornerstones of this diet plan is that there's incremental changes every single week. So the plan was that we would start easy, and then by the time we got to week 12 or 13, things would be so unrecognizable and difficult by the end. Now, where am I now compared to where I started with? Well, when I started, it was that I would have 6 meals a day, 50 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fat, except for the last meal where I'd have no carbs. I would be lifting 5 days a week, and 2 of those days I would also have 30 minutes of steady state cardio where I'd keep my heart rate above 130 beats per minute. And on the 2 days that I don't lift, I would go and do high intensity interval cardio. Now, where is that today? Instead of 30 grams of carbs in every meal, I now have 20 grams of carbs every meal. And when I do high intensity interval cardio, then I only have 10 grams of carbs per meal. So this is how many calories that we've eliminated per week just from carbohydrates. Now, the other thing that we've done now is that I do steady state cardio 4 times a week. So that means that 4 out of the 5 days that I lift, I have to do cardio either in the morning before breakfast or after the workout, or really just at any other time. It doesn't matter, just get it in. So suppose that we burn an extra 400 calories per cardio session. Now, essentially from the base plan, we're now operating at quite a deficit. Thanks to the 2 guys who came out to the gym and even said hi. I think that's really cool that something like this has happened. What's the chances of it even happening? I mean, I have 1.3 million views on my channel total right now. 15,000 subscribers. There's 300 million people here in the US. Like, is that like a 1 in 300 chance? All right. The title of this video is gonna be Fat Loss Week 6. It's actually week 7 right now. What you saw in the very beginning was the results from week 6, and as I'm filming this, it's week 7. And in 2 days, I'm gonna be on week 8, so it's confusing, but this is where we are. I'm starting to get low on carbs. It's getting harder to think and harder to really put my words out right now. And the video that I was going to do today, I thought about doing a video about the different cardio that I do. I don't really think it matters as long as your heart rate is up. I was thinking about more food, but there's only so many videos that I can make about me eating chicken or me eating an apple. How many times can I do that? Maybe if I did it on Instagram, which I think you should follow in the link below, I could probably get away with it there, but I think on YouTube, I need to have 16 videos of weight loss, 1 for every single week, but now we're starting to be at a loss. I had anticipated that this would happen, that there would be like a mid-diet lull, and we're there. And it's like, it's getting harder to start to think now, and that's kind of natural when you get low on carbs. But then, you know, there's other stuff too, like I have some personal projects. Like I've been making this camera right now using the Raspberry Pi Zero, and it's not getting anywhere.
Who is this? Oh my god. Who is this? Alright, jokes aside, I didn't start this channel to be a fitness channel. I didn't start it to be a games channel either. But when I go and look at the social media for a lot of fitness things, it's all about sensationalism. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's getting crazy. Like, some of these posts need to stop. Don't do this. There's gonna be somebody who wants to try it out and then they're gonna end up hurting themselves. And yeah, I know a lot of the comments say, oh, look at these idiots. But you know, it's, why? Why? I don't get it. I don't know. It just seems to me that the whole thing seems kind of scummy. Is the only way that I can put it. And it's not everyone is like that, but even I've been following Shelby for 10 years now, and I go and see all the crazy shit that people are doing, and like all these coaches are doing. Like, I'm not selling any plans on my YouTube. It's actually for me to keep track so that in another 10 years I can be like, oh hey, look at this cool thing that I did for weight loss. 8 years ago, I posted videos on YouTube about my workouts, and you can actually, you see them on this channel already. They've been there. But I used to title them different names to be very cryptic so that nobody would ever be able to find them. And the reason I did it was because those videos were really just for me. And it was like, I don't want people to see me squat back then, right? Because to me, the most important thing about fitness or health or fat loss or even putting on muscle, it has nothing to do with the sensationalism that's out there about stirring shit up at Planet Fitness. I'm not throwing shade on anybody here. Or, you know, taking your shirt off and, you know, getting girls' numbers or anything. Like, the thing that you need to do when it comes to making progress in fitness is inherently not fun to watch. It's to be consistent for years, right? And these videos that I put up 8, 9 years ago, have I been completely consistent since then? No, I've had other life obligations I had to take care of. That's inherently not fun to watch. Everything that I'm doing on the diet right now has pretty much become habit for me now, and we're almost at the halfway point, at 8 weeks in, and it's like, those people who thought I was gonna quit at the very first video, well, you look like a fucking idiot now, because I'm not gonna quit. I was never going to quit to begin with. And everything that I did, I knew it would take some time for it to become habit. It's going to get more difficult as time goes on, but it's not that big of a deal, right? At the end of 16 weeks, something is going to happen, that there is going to be some progress to be made. But is it inherently fun to watch? Maybe. I mean, I don't know how many times you can watch me eating chicken or how many times you can watch me eating an apple, but there's not really that many times that I would like to make a video about that. The things that you need to do to progress are inherently not fun to watch. You remember back when I had 100 subscribers? If you watch the consistency of me putting out videos, like, who the hell watches a video of somebody making a video, editing a video? Nobody. Or do you make a video about me uploading a video? No. No one's gonna watch that. It's the daily things that you need to do in and out that are the things that matter the most and are the things that people inherently won't watch. It's just the way the world works. And for some reason, when it comes to things like social media or even like content creation, people will go and think that, oh, you know, all of the hype behind this guy's diet is going to be fantastic, right? That was the first week. Excuses. I'm so sick and tired of excuses. And then the second week, yeah, you know, we're still going strong. Third week. Third week, oh yeah, so good. Fourth week, you know, it's starting to fade a little bit. Fifth week, 6th week, 7th week, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not as fun, right? And here's the thing is that this is when it matters the most. I feel like I'm going off on a rant. What I want to say is that the initial hype for my diet has pretty much died, right? All of the feel good, yeah, let's do this, has died. And now that we're in the middle, everything has started to come into a lull. But actually this middle part is the most important, right? We've already gotten started, that's great. You know, 50% of the willpower fight has been fought, right? And I won, right? I'm in. Everything that I do now is habit when it comes to fat loss. And this is the time when it matters the most because I'm not gonna quit, but it's like things have become so mundane and just I don't know how else to describe it. That's the word I'm gonna use for it, because it's inherently not fun to be consistent. It's inherently not feel good to be consistent. That's it for this week. Thanks so much for checking in with me. Week 8, I think there's gonna be a lot of changes. I can already start to feel the changes. And it's like I can't even like grab with my hands like the fat, right? So it's getting a little bit leaner. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Adios.
Gotta get here right now.
Yeah, because like I came up here and then like you guys were like standing over there and like you guys gave me this funny look and I was like, did I do something wrong?
He's like, yo, he's like, yo, he's here. What should I say?
Just say hi.
No, like no one ever calls me at night. I thought he was like trouble or something. Like,